Temperament is the inborn part of yourself that determines how you react to people, places, and things. Temperament plays a role in every aspect of your life. Are you ready to uncover your true self? Understanding who you are. Temperament is the part of man that determines how man interacts with his environment and how his environment interacts with him. Some researchers have stated their belief that the heart of man is his temperament. We believe that man is a triune being, created in God's image, made up of body, soul, and spirit. We believe the temperament is found in the soul area. Our temperament is a contributing factor to what makes you get angry and how deep the anger goes. Whether you like to be social or antisocial, or if you would like to work with people or perform tasks. As we see, temperament plays a significant role in who we are. Getting to know yourself will help you to have a greater understanding of yourself. What is God-created temperament? The second we are conceived, our unique temperament is placed within us by God. What is a man and environment affected character? Man and environment affected character is when people learn behavior from their parents, siblings, and other environmental entities. The environment is everything we see, hear, smell, feel, and learn. Understanding how learned behaviors equip us to navigate our social surroundings as part of the development process is essential. Learned behavior can be adapted to the current context and modified based on past situations. What is self-selected personality? Self-selected personality is masking your personality. Generally, it means covering up your character, behavior, and mannerism from society, which may be judged as wrong by an individual. This typically occurs due to a lack of confidence, self-esteem, and being unsure about yourself. Every individual is born with a natural temperament that cannot be changed but may be masked or distorted if they live in a manner that is incompatible with their fundamental needs. Although this temperament cannot be changed, it can be obscured or twisted. There is one major problem with personality. It is a mask we wear for the world, and, as with any other mask, it cannot be worn for very long. Eventually, the person's actions and reactions will revert to temperament and character. This explains why a person acts differently at home than in public. Attempting to live in a manner that is not congruent with who you really are may be the root cause of many common mental health issues, such as anxiety and depression. The disparity between your internal temperament and your external personality creates tensions that might show in actions that are either healthful or harmful. You are capable of leading a meaningful life that is full of the light of Jesus Christ, regardless of your temperament. You may be able to determine your actual character via the use of temperament therapy, which may then provide you with the specific assistance you need to live a life that is healthier, happier, and more truly meaningful. We must learn to accept there are parts of man that are closely related and cannot be separated. Each is a determining factor in man's behavior. They are the physical, spiritual, and emotional areas of mankind, mind, soul, and body. Physical illness affects our behavior, as does spiritual darkness and emotional illness. Emotional illness, eating, sleeping and drinking habits, susceptibility to alcoholism, drug addiction, and sexual abuse are determined in the temperament. Temperament is a determining factor in every area of your life. Finding a career that is most suitable for you. Hobbies that will bring you the most satisfaction and enjoyment. How you make decisions and take on your responsibilities. How dependent or independent we are. Your spiritual development. Temperament is the part of man that determines how man interacts with his environment and how his environment interacts with him. Some researchers have stated their belief that the heart of man is his temperament. We believe that man is a triune being, created in God's image, made up of body, soul, and spirit. We believe the temperament is found in the soul area. The heart is found within the spirit and soul and is the linking device between them. These different areas of the inner man are so closely related it is difficult to distinguish them, but within biblical text they have different functions. The Spirit, created and given by God, is our source of life. See Psalm 104 verses 29 to 30. It is the Spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit, and they are life. John 6 verse 63, when Jesus spoke these words, he linked our knowledge and understanding to his through the intellect of man. But God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit, for the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of God. 1 Corinthians 2 verse 10, in what other way does God reveal things to man, and how else can he search and question except through the intellect of man? 3 areas of interpersonal needs. The 3 areas of interpersonal needs are inclusion, control, and affection. Inclusion is the need to establish and maintain healthy relationships with people in the area of surface relationships and socialization. Control is the need to establish and maintain healthy relationships with people in respect to control and power. Affection is the need to establish and maintain healthy relationships with others in regard to love and affection. There are 5 different temperament types: choleric, melancholy, phlegmatic, sanguine, and supine. Do you know your temperament type? Choleric, leaders, task-oriented, organizers, people motivators, fast-paced, confident. Melancholy, rebels, artistic, creative, loners, thinkers, perfectionist, independent, task-oriented. Phlegmatic, negotiators, slow-paced, peacemakers, stubborn, task-oriented, easygoing, low energy. Sanguine, friendly, outgoing, inspiring to others, hot-tempered, enthusiastic, optimistic, talkative. Supine, followers, great capability to serve, gentle-spirited, relationship-oriented. Were you able to determine what temperament you are? If you are interested in learning more about yourself and your inner man, we can use the Arno Profile System is a clinical diagnostic tool used by the National Christian Counselors Association to assess a person's God-given temperament. It is extremely valuable in helping the client better understand themselves and also for the counselor to be more effective with each person. Strengths and weaknesses. Within each temperament and interpersonal need area, there are perfections, strengths, and imperfections, weaknesses, which can be spiritual and/or physical. Through the freedom of choice, man has the ability to sink to his weaknesses or rise to his strengths. Weaknesses are man's reactions to his unmet needs. Understanding our strengths and weaknesses through the lens of temperament can improve all areas of our lives. As I was writing, I thought, and the idea was that if my mother knew my temperament when I was a child, we could have been like a hand in a glove. She did not understand me, and I did not understand her, so I could not understand why we felt the way we felt when I was growing up. It was as if we were constantly bumping heads, and we did not agree on much of anything. But as I was working on my master's degree and taught about temperaments, I was able to see why we were having a hard time seeing eye to eye on things. My temperament is melancholy in the control area, and her temperament is sanguine in the control area. People with different temperaments can be an issue because one could be controlling, and the other may not like to be controlled. I will share an example with you to give you some insight. As you may know, the melancholy do not like people to control them, and the sanguine swings all over the place most of the time, which explained why we had so many issues. It is good to see the inner man and why they feel the way they feel or think the way they think. It would be an excellent idea for every parent to go to a class to understand the child they gave birth to so that they would better understand them. Understanding that child will help, the parent would be able to care for that child according to what that child needs, not just some generic standard. Making changes can be difficult, but be who you are, and you will find freedom. The value of authenticity is often overlooked. It's more than just being truthful to yourself and others. Being honest with oneself is the key. Being true to oneself has a lot of rewards. Finally, you will stop trying to impress people with your words and deeds. You may be who you are and not worry about what others think. We understand that change is difficult, but learning who you are can help you and the people around you to be able to work better together. It is time to uncover who God made you to be. Being your authentic self will open the door for you to live a happier and healthier life. Thank you. By Shanti Smith.